Hello everyone! Today we are filming in a new location. Let me know in the comments below if you love it or hate it. I would like to know so that way I can bring what you like to these videos. But today we are going to be talking about the brain, and more specifically the prefrontal cortex. Alright, let's get into this. So, in sociology, we were learning a little bit about the prefrontal cortex. It is around here in your brain, and it is a part of the brain that develops in teenage years. And because it is developing, teenagers, as they're kind of stereotyped, don't always have the forethought to think things through before acting upon them. We can be seen as kind of impulsive and risk-taking, and all that. And that is because our prefrontal cortex isn't developed. Because the prefrontal cortex is in charge of emotional and rational thinking. And together it allows us to simulate events before we actually do them. We can consider the past, the present, and then project what it would be like in the future. And all of this is very important in making, sound decisions. And but kind of to summarize what it is in charge of, it's basically big picture thinking, not just thinking about what it feels like in the moment and just like the little details of something. It allows us to take a step back and look at things as a whole and assess and decide if it is a good thing or a bad thing, and how it will affect us in long term. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys about this, not because I have a huge passion for the brain, but because I like the way it applies to life. And what's interesting about the way it applies to life is just the fact that when we think things are worse than it seems, or that one situation is going to destroy your whole life or it impacts your whole day because you're not using your prefrontal cortex. Or maybe you are just, in your teen years and it's still developing. And you can kind of cut yourself some slack and realize why you're feeling this way. And for those of us who are already fully developed in our brain, I think it gives sort of a peace of mind. Haha, pun that we were designed with the intention of being able to look at things as a whole, and that even in our structure of our brain, we're telling ourselves that what really matters is the grand scale, and that we don't need to get all worked up about little things, little embarrassments, little failures, because all that matters is everything as a whole. Did you learn from the experience? Oh, what actually happened after that failure? And usually it's not as bad as we think it is, or it is still contributing to a greater whole. Also, just as an interesting fact that I learned is that so as we age, the gray matter cells in our brain die off. And so we all know, people lose their memories, but it's interesting that our negative memories actually are the first to go. So again, it's kind of, our biology is almost telling us that, the failures and all those bad things that have happened, in the end, they don't really matter as much. Yes, we learn lots from it, but we don't need to dwell on it. And as we get older, our brain is killing those off anyways. So it really doesn't matter because we won't be able to access it as well. But yeah, I just thought that's kind of another interesting fact. let me know if you liked this video. This is pretty much all I have to say today. It was kind of an interesting thing to talk about and to encourage you guys that, you know, when we think that we mess up or we think we've embarrassed ourselves, it doesn't, in the end, it doesn't really matter. Not everyone's going to remember it forever, and if they do, it's just another thing to kind of add to your personality and just embrace those imperfections and those failures. So, because they make you you, and everyone is imperfect. So, hashtag relatable. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye. Feels so far away. What if I stop like this? And your skills, sweet oh, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. We're good. I need water. Come on. Knew I was gonna say, I forgot it.